Okay, hello you guys, it's Jamie Lola Tallulah, and I'm going to do a very easy earring for you today. And I'm going to show you how to put on your ear wires as well. I call these the roundsies or swirl-EZ earrings because they are so easy, and I'm going to show you how I attach the wires. So what you need is, if you want the swirl, you can make it out of any pretty much any yarn. I am using cotton variegated yarn just because I like the feel of it. If you're going to do the swirl, you need a variegated yarn, and you want one that changes color relatively quickly. Like this one changes from brown to beige to white very quickly. So you want a variegated yarn. You will need 2 ear wires or findies of choosing, a stitch marker, yarn needle, a G crochet hook, pair of scissors. You will need chain nose pliers, and you will need bent nose pliers. Okay, and those are so you can get your findings on. Okay, so basically very simple, and here we go. Okay, so what we are going to start with is your usual slip knot. Start with the usual slip knot. And then we're going to chain 2. So, chain 1, chain 2. Okay. Then we're going to do 8 single crochets into this first chain that you did. So we're going to do 8 of those. So there's 1. After I do the first one, I go ahead and stick that stitch marker in there so you know where your first stitch is at all times. So there's 1. Seven, 8. Okay, so now we're back to the beginning with our 8. Come on, camera. Single crochets. Then this is our first stitch, so we're already going to be on round 2. Take that out, and you're going to put 2 single crochets in that first stitch. So in this row you should have 16. So there's 1, 2. I'm going to put my stitch marker back in the first one. Then I'm going to put 2 in every stitch around. We should have 1 stitch left. So we have 1 stitch left. Put our last 2 in there. 1, 2. This is what you have so far. This camera's acting crazy today. There you go. And then we're going to start round 3. We are almost finished already. So put 1 in this one. Put your stitch marker back. And then you're going to put 2. So A and B. And you're going to do that all the way around. 1 stitch, and then A and B. B. So that's row 3. We have 1 row left. We're going to put 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, and then in the next one, 1, and I'm going to go back and put my stitch marker right in there so that you have the stitch marker in. And then in this stitch we're going to do 2. So A and B. Okay. So then we need to pull. I need to pull out some more yarn here. Just a second. There we go. So the last thing I said was a B, so now I can go back and I know 1 stitch, 2, A, B. One, and then my last stitch should be an increase, and it will be. So we know we did it right this row. 1 and 2. Okay. Then you can take your stitch marker out because you are done with this part of your earring. If you want another row, if you want to make your earrings bigger, you can keep going. For this, we're about to finish off. Told you, easy peasy. So the next thing, and hopefully I'm going to slip stitch in these 2 stitches right there. So I'm going to slip stitch in this one and slip stitch in this one. It helps to add some security for the next step. So we have slip stitches there. Can you see that? Then we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and chain 3. Turn it around, and then you ignore the chain 3 that we just did, and you're going to look at here at the top. So can you see? Hopefully this will zoom in so you can see it. How about there? So here's our chain 3. Ignore that. And then you'll see there's 1 stitch here, 1 stitch here, 1 stitch here, and the 4th stitch is there. You want to put a slip stitch into that stitch. So we're going to slip stitch it. And then I like to do 1 more right next to it. So go slip stitch there. And to me that adds a little bit more security than just 1 stitch. Pull up. And cut. Real easy. Then all you have to do is come through and fasten off and pull it tight. Okay, and then like with every piece you ever do in crochet, you're going to weave in your ends. Okay, so then here is this one. So we now have a set. And I didn't weave in my ends. You guys know how to weave in your ends. The chain 3 we made is right here. So there's the chain 3 space. And what you're going to do is attach your finding right into that chain 3 space right there. So take your pliers, and I'm using my bent nose pliers, and look at your ear wire. It's going to go in your ear this way. Oops, maybe you can't see it. It's going to go in your ear this way, right? So you want the front of the earring to face that way. Okay. Here at the bottom, and this is going to be kind of hard to see with this camera. Hold on, I'm going to try to get it so you can see it. Is that working? Can you see that? Maybe I can get it in. Hold on. Watch out for seasickness. Okay, it doesn't want to show very well. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Alright, I'm going to zoom it out one more time. Hopefully I'll cut all this out so you can see it. if you look at the fastening, maybe I'll take a picture. Okay. This loop down here, because it's not letting me do it, you want to take your pliers, and I know it's not clear. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, you want to take your pliers, and you basically want to hold onto the plier and twist gently, opposite directions. So gently twist the one part back and this forward, so that you're opening the bottom of your hook. We're going to take this little open bit right there, and we're going to stick it through that chain 3 from the earring. So you just take it, and you want to make sure you get the whole chain 3 in there, in that open space of the earring. So I just stuck it through there, and hopefully, so see how it's hanging on it. And then you're going to take your pliers, and you want to gently twist it back into place. If you do it too quickly or too hard, it will snap. So you do it gently into place. And then there, you have your earring. You can stretch it out a little bit, reform it. And if you don't like this big a space here, you can do a chain 2 and do the stitches. Okay? So there you go. You have your Swirl-EZ earring. And it looks so lovely. Don't you just love that color? So thank you for watching. And I think I'm going to go off and, make another little video for you.